guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. Today I'm going to talk about voices from the insane, the worst of Tinder messages. I had fun last time I did this one. Instead of reading dating profiles, these are the people that end up messaging you. So if you end up actually matching with somebody on Tinder, the 0.01% for the majority of guys, these are some of the messages those guys get, which goes on to tell you that once you talk to them, it's actually worse off than if you had never talked to them in the first place. So more often than not, you're actually happier if you didn't match with them, which means, as I always keep saying, I wouldn't waste my time with dating online. And it seems, again, it's more validation, just like all other social media. If you guys have noticed, I normally was doing, like the year before last summer, so 2 summers ago, I was doing like 2 videos a day, some days even 3. And then it kind of fell off to like 1 video a day, and now it's like one or a couple of videos a week, if that. Reason being, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what I'm going to do with my channel. After almost 700 videos, I feel like I've kind of covered everything that I wanted to talk about. And most of the topics today aren't about, there's guys out there that can tell you how to be in better shape than I can, and how to gain more muscle than I can, and probably better financial guys than I am. And that if you're looking for something specific when it comes to that, there are other channels for that. As far as the dating stuff, I kind of feel like I'm tapped out on that. Like I've covered a lot of it. So I may drift and start covering more woke content, more, I don't know, news that I think is something that you guys should know about. News being like Elon Musk is bailing on Twitter, and it may be for a haggling move, and I don't know what I'm going to do. So all I ask is you be patient while I figure out what the hell I'm going to talk about. All right, let's get into some of these messages here. This is a message where a guy, these cam girls, man, they're on a dating profile, and they swipe on all these dudes to advertise their OnlyFans and their cam stuff. And as a dude, it's like, already bad enough with the bots and the scammers, and now it's basically advertising. This lady says to this dude, honestly, I actually do cam modeling for $60, and I think I would love to do a cam date with you instead of some generic coffee or dinner dates. Oh, instead of actually meeting up and having a coffee or a dinner date, let's have you pay me $60 to watch me on a camera. How's that for a date? She says, would you be down for that? Hoping a good start moving forward. If things get comfortable, maybe we can do more than just dinner or grab some drinks. Winky face. So what she's basically saying is, hey, pay me $60 and you'll see me on camera. And maybe if you're a really good pay piggy, maybe we can meet up in real life and go on a real date. The guy says, yeah, that sounds about right. I'm good, thanks, though. And she says, I understand. I only offered you my show because I like our conversation. I think I'd be able to enjoy doing that and more with you on cam, and possibly off it as well, if we ever get to hanging out. Have you ever seen a private and live show before? And here's the thing. If she really was like not comfortable, trying to get comfortable, she'd go on dinner or coffee, and then she'd do more in person. She's trying to milk this guy for some cash. She says, no, not interested in this because I have self-respect for myself. Or excuse me, he says, I have respect for myself. I'm not paying for something I get for free by being with a person that genuinely likes me, laughing emoji. You know, here's the day. I never thought there'd be the day when men have to take the mature, responsible adult role of the relationship, and they have to tell the women no. You know, the roles are so far on their head right now, where most guys are the ones that are a little too aggressive, a little too out there, a little too excited, and the girl's like, hey, back off, let's get to know each other a little bit. And now it's kind of like guys are like, can we just maybe meet and have coffee and get to know each other a little bit instead of me trying to pay you for your attention? And that's where we are today, man. I'm telling you. All right, next one. I don't know who sent what. Let's see. Someone says, yo, and the other one says, yo, what are you doing today? Wait. Oh, okay. So the girl messages the guy. I remember this one. She says, yo. He says, yo. She says, what are you doing today? Wait. And he says, I'm at work right now. When I get off, I'm going to work on some painting. She said, I forgot. And he's like, what? She's like, I forgot you ain't want to be anything with me. Never mind. And he says, okay. The reason why I thought this was kind of funny is here's a dude that blew off a girl, and she forgot she got blown off, and so she tried to come back around to him, and she's like, "Oh, wait a minute, I forgot you just kind of used me and dumped me. My bad." He's like, "All right, whatever." Which again shows you they're going to keep chasing after the top 10 or 20% without giving all guys a chance. This woman says to this guy, they just matched up. She says, "Do you have your own spot, like a car and a job? Sorry for the interrogation. I'm just not into dating losers. I'm sure you can understand." And he says, "I definitely understand, and absolutely. I bought a house a while back. My dad helped me out a lot. But yeah, I have a house. I have a full-time job and 2 cars. LOL, one strictly for work and one for pleasure." She says, "Sounds like you got it going on for you." Heart emojis around a smiley face. And he says, "Oh, thanks, love. So how about you?" And she's like, "How about me? What?" He's like, "A car, a crib, a job." And she's like, "Why would I need one?" She's like, "And that's why I'm looking for a man to take care of me and my kids. Men are just providers. Didn't your mom ever teach you? I live with my mom and I get child support and no car yet. Problem?" And he never replied. This is something I think I think I'm fine with a man being a provider to the family. As a matter of fact, in my perfect world, I think it was better when men were the providers. Women stayed at home, took care of the kids, made sure the kids' schoolwork was done, the house was kept in order. If there was a problem, she was there. She could sleep with a mailman behind your back if she wanted to. But ideally, we had the roles down. And you know what? Life was pretty good for a very long time. And now women are coming out in the world and they're saying, "Hey, I make my own money and I don't need no man. I'm strong and independent." And when the men say, "Oh, okay," they're like, "Wait a minute, but I want you to be the provider because men are supposed to be providers." And men are like, "No, not happening, champ." And on top of that, she's got kids. Like, she's telling this guy, "You're supposed to be a provider for me and my kids." It's like, no. That guy that got you in the mommy way is supposed to be the provider for those kids. I'm going to be providing my way out the front door. See you later. No thanks. All right, well, here's another one. This is I guess this is I don't know if this is a dude or a girl named Drew. Looks like a dude. He says, "So there's something about your style that I'm so into." She says, "Thanks, you're 22?" And he says, "No, I'm 27. Why?" And he says, "Whoa, no idea why my profile says 22. Probably because he's been swiping for 5 years since he created it. Because you couldn't put in the fake age of 17, so that wouldn't work." He said, "Whoa, no idea why my profile says 22. She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You're a little young for me, to be honest, LOL." He said, "That would be fair. I promise I turned 27 in 2 weeks." And then here's the thing. He didn't get a reply. So this is where I pulled this up because this dude is cringe. And if you guys are like this, you have to have a proper amount of escalation. In other words, if you're on a date, you make a little bit of a smart-ass remark. See how she takes it. If she's not into it, she's not really into you. It means you got to work a little harder to get some more attention from her or pique her interest or kind of draw her along. And then you drop another little something. And if you don't hear anything or she doesn't respond, okay, it's not going anywhere. But when you take it to 0 to 200 miles an hour, these guys sound so desperate. And so far, I mean, this is fine so far. They had a good laugh, but here's the thing. She replied on June 2nd. He replied on Friday, June 3rd. Now, I don't know how much later it was when he finally sent a second answer, but you don't do this. He said, okay, so he said, "Haha, that would be fair. I promise I turned 27 in 2 weeks. Smash cut to him saying, "Imagine me kneeling over you in your bed with your hands and feet tied so you're helpless to move and subject to my every whim. Picture me slowly running my wet tongue pressed lightly against the edge of your chin, slowly licking up closer and closer to your cheek as I kiss you softly, brushing your neck." And a girl had posted this, and she's like, "Just why am I even on this?" Guys, you escalate in layers, in slivers. Like, this is like, "Hey, how are you? Also, I'm creepy." That's all you did with this one, dude. All right, next one. Okay, this is a girl talking to a dude. And you guys have to explain to me what this UWU is. Because I've seen videos where the women go ooh or ooh woo or something like that. I don't know what that is. Ooh woo. Like, I got nothing. I don't know if that comes from, like anime I just don't know. I'm just old man Joker confused. She says, hear me out. Can you imagine matching with this woman, and this is the message you get? Hear me out. Can I watch you have sex with my boyfriend? In other words, yes, it would be gay. Gay sex. Gay sex. It's a fantasy of mine, and he says you are cute enough. Okay. Let's just put a pause in this. Here's a girl on a dating site trying to get dudes for her boyfriend. Yeah, he sounds like a keeper. You know what? I'd really laugh if she did that and the boyfriend ended up falling for the dude more than her and broke up with her to date the guy. I think that would be awesome. She says it's fantasy of mine. He says you're cute enough. He will even bottom the first time to help you learn the ropes. Please, ooh. As a straight guy, I would just be like, why? I'm out. That's it. I'm out. Just stop it. Just stop it. Imagine being on there trying to hook up and you're like, oh, she's cute. Oh, she wants me to sleep with her boyfriend. Never mind. Let's see. He says hi. She says hello there. She says, damn, 6 feet and 3 inches. You're tall. Smiley, smiley, smiley. He's like, those are 2 separate measurements. And he might have been joking. He might not have been. And it says you have been unmatched. Like first of all, more proof that we talk about that height is so big in these dating apps. And secondly, that if you have a sense of humor or you're not packing in the pants, even if you are tall, they're out. All these dating apps do is make men feel bad about themselves. I swear to God. He matched with this Elizabeth, and he's like, "Uh-oh, I bet she's a bot. Let's find out." He says, "Oh Lord, I got to do the potato test. Say potato if you're real." And she says, "Hey, you're my first match." That never is the truth ever. "I dare you to try to make a first better message." Ah ha ha ha. He said, "Say potato, Elizabeth." And she says, "And by the way, if you don't mind me asking this, why are you on Twitter? Personally, I think I'm not much into serious stuff." Ah ha ha ha. He's like, "Say potato." So I actually, I didn't have potato, but I would say something to make sure that it was a real person. Because if you say potato and they'd be like, why do you want me to say potato? You'd be like, okay, you passed the bot test. Bots just ignore whatever you say. Like if you could say, welcome to New England, they'd be like, oh, I see my first match. It just doesn't matter. So far, you understand, though, it's like bots, scammers, cammers, OF, somebody wanting somebody for their boyfriend, and then this lame-o dude that escalated way too much. This is from a new from the dating apps scenes. And I think someone said I think this is on Bumble or Dating or one of them. But now they say if you prefer a specific ethnicity, body shape, religion, or gender, so you display it in your bio so that matches know. Cool? Okay, that's really not great English writing there, just so you know whoever dating app this is. Anyway, if you prefer one of those things, so you display it in your bio so that matches know. Cool? They say be chill. You can always say nope. All are welcome. Keep an open mind. Your type can change. No, not really. And even if it doesn't, your explicit dismissal of an identity can get you banned. So now, on a dating app, if you say, "Hey, I'm into thinner girls or girls with nice bobs and vagin or blondes or women that are not like that their gate doesn't swing both ways, like they only want men or whatever," you can't do that. You can't do that because you're excluding groups. And, I was going to do the video on this the other day. I keep reminding myself, but I'm going to do a video about gatekeeping. It's something you cannot police language. You can't police ideas. You just can't. It's not going to work. You can try to 1984 this crap all you want, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to work. So how dare you have a preference or mention a preference that might make people feel bad because they're not your preference. But then again, women can still put no short guys. So I don't know. All right, here's a message between a dude and a girl. He says, super, shall we say about 6:30? So I'm guessing this is the UK somewhere. She says, yeah, that's fine. Cool, cool. Looking forward to it, he says. And literally the same minute, okay, so he sends this at 4:10, 16:10, to meet up. She's like, yeah, it's fine. He says, cool, looking forward to it. Literally the same minute, she says, look, maybe this isn't such a good idea. I thought you'd be more interesting. So he asked her on a date. She says, yeah, it's fine. He says, cool. She's like, wait a minute. I thought you'd be more interesting. He's like, oh, okay, I didn't realize this was a prerequisite. I thought we were both just looking for some chill out fun. Like, I've been trying to keep things light and casual. She's like, look, I'm just not interested. You message me every day. He's like, sorry, I thought that would be the polite thing to do. I'm happy to ease up on the messaging. And now remember, he's been nothing but nice right up to this point. She says, look, just F off. I don't want you, and neither does anyone else by the look of it. F off. He's like, Jesus Franklin Christ, lady, what is your problem? She's like, just F off. He's like, gladly, you effing psycho. She's like, yeah, goodbye, you creep. Now imagine the confusion you are at this guy. You're like, hey, we're going to meet up for a date. 7:30, cool. Hey, you're not interesting? Wait, I've been trying to keep it fun. I won't message as much. She's like, no one wants you. F off. You talk to me too much. And he's like, you're psycho. Imagine this escalation. Now, if you're a normal man, a non-desperate man, a man that is right in his world, you move on. You just move on with the rest of your life, and you're like, wow, what a psycho. But again, they moved this from the dating app to it. I think this is probably, looks like WhatsApp. Just a waste of his time. But this guy is not a normal guy. Instead, I'm going to put it on me so you can't read ahead. Instead, he is what I like to call a desperate loser. Now, he was nice in his texts. I get that. And he didn't know if he should message too much or too little. Rule of thumb is message less than too much, because it'd be better that they say, I wish you messaged me more, than thinking, dude, will you please lay off and shut up? Shut the F up. I'm tired of you. But this guy is so stupid and has so low self-esteem that not only does he listen to how he hangs in there. She says, yeah, goodbye, you creep. Block me. Block me then, freak. And he's like, you first, a-hole. And she's like, you're the a-hole, stalker, F you. He's like, that was the aim, yes. Haha, you wish. Hoped you wished. You seemed pretty cool until you flipped the B switch. God, no wonder they all leave you. God, now guys, and my guy here that's doing this, shut up, block them, and move on with your life. But Captain Desperate here, now she's a bitch. I mean, there's no arguments about that. Captain Desperate here can't give it up and walk away. He's like, you're single too, you lunatic. And she says, think I'm asked? He's like, doesn't seem it. And then this is what I don't get. And this, I understand why women are like, men are awful too. Because he says it doesn't seem it. So can I assume angry sex is off the table? Like, dude, what? Why are these guys escalating from 0 to light speed in one sentence? Like that other creepy dude telling him how he's going to pin her down and lick her and all this. It's like, stop, dude. Guys, have some... This guy was nice to her. She blew up on him, treated him like crap, started calling him names. And then what's he do? So I guess angry bedtime fun's off the table, baby. Dude, you're stupid. It's so cringe. He says, so anyway, I assume angry sex is off the table. And he's like, I'm not hearing a no, with a meme of Dr. Zoidberg. And she says no. Great. She won this conversation, man. She won this argument. And she was right. You're a try-hard, creepy loser. I mean, you're both bad people. Oh, that's my dating profile of the day. You're both bad people. But the fact that you come back around and try to just go straight to, she's calling you a creep and an a-hole and F off to, so can we have a little fun in the bedroom, baby? Just get off. As always, guys, if you are on these dating apps, stop it. You're wasting your time. Just stop it. Because if you do get a match, so you get 3 matches out of 500 swipes. There's 10 hours of your life you don't get back, and then of those 3, two are OF people, and the other one's a bot. Like, stop wasting your lives. And to these other guys that actually do get conversations and maybe a chance at a date, stop being creepy. Stop being try hard. That in and of itself is why I think a lot of women are not putting out any effort, because I think a lot of the women are like, you know what, there's some, I think maybe good looking guys don't have to try either. And so they're just turning creepy. I don't know. Just don't waste your time. Guys, if you're here on Locals, thanks for being a supporter. We'll get to the dating apps and just dating apps of the day in just a moment. If you're not a supporter, but you're here on YouTube, I got the join button down below if you want to become a member of the community. And for the rest of you, just be patient while I figure out what I'm going to do with myself. I don't know. I don't know what I want to talk about anymore, because I do feel like it's all been covered. And there's other things I think I need to talk about. I just don't know what that is yet. But we'll get it figured out, and we'll see you in the next one.